Shavasana today. So laying down and just finding the earth beneath you. Check in with the body and just notice. Notice if the body feels evenly weighted on the floor. Make any adjustments that you need to make to find some evenness. Maybe tucking the shoulders or adjusting the hips. And begin to just become aware of the breath, the body, how it's flowing. You begin your practice. The theme for this month is reflection. December is a natural time for us to pause and to look inward and explore the relationship between shadow and light. So we're headed towards the solstice and welcoming more light, but we're still in this darker shadow part of the year. Reflection allows us to honor the lessons of the past while nurturing our inner light that guides us forward. So throughout our practice this month, reflecting on our growth and kind of taking stock of our experiences, and at the same time, looking forward, what's coming just around this corner. What would we like to see in this next chapter? So the next few weeks, we will journey through this practice together. And this week, we will focus on grounding in stillness. And then next week, we'll begin to explore the light of awareness and cultivating some strength that reflection offers us, and ending near the solstice with sharing our inner light outwards as we prepare for that transition. So let this practice be a mirror, helping you to see and honor your light within. Take a moment, just set an intention for your practice today. Somewhere around that theme, grounding, or reflecting, taking stock. When you're ready, we'll walk the feet in towards the hips. And just make some windshield wiper motions with the legs, taking the knees side to side, beginning to feel into any sensations in the lower body, anywhere that feels a little tight, tense. Maybe there's a sense of ease here. Whatever it is, just noticing that gentle movement. We'll come back through center, and we'll bring the soles of the feet together and let the knees fall open, or reclined butterfly, Supta Baddha Konasana. You can bring the blocks that you have underneath the hips here or the legs for support. And really beginning to tune into the awareness of our breath here. Follow the flow of breath through the nose filling the chest and lungs and the belly. And exhale, releasing through the belly, chest, and lungs. Just follow that breath, however it's flowing for you today. Not working to really shift or change it yet. We're just noticing here. Just becoming aware and beginning to turn our gaze inwards. Go ahead and remove your props. Maybe pull the knees in towards the body. Give a little squeeze. We'll bring the legs out long and come into Banana Asana, walking the ankles over to the right bottom corner of the mat, cross the left over the right. Bring the shoulders to the top right corner. You can cactus the arms here, just creating a bend in the arms and bringing them somewhat overhead. Wherever is comfortable for you, you want your shoulders to be in contact with the mat here. But we'd like to create some space in the left side body. So lengthening through all the way from the underarm down to the ankles. And as you breathe here, really anchor that left hip down, left shoulder down. See if you can feel into all of the spaces, the small spaces, the intercostals, muscles between the ribs, the space between the hips and the ribs, the left hip and the bottom of the ribs. Each breath creating space here. The first affirmation, choose a few affirmations to use for the entire month so that we can come back to these each practice and notice how we feel as we revisit them. We may feel some resistance in the beginning and maybe just coming into a different relationship with these affirmations throughout our practice this month. So our first one that we'll work with today is I honor the light within me. I honor the light within me. You can repeat this affirmation to yourself. See if you resonate with it, what it brings up for you. Uncross the ankles, unwinding and coming back through center. Let's just walk the feet in towards the hips and then out towards the edges of the mat. Just let the knees fall in here for a moment. We'll move into the opposite side, walking the ankles over to the left corner of the mat, cross the right ankle over the left, Bring the shoulders towards the top left corner of the mat. Find a comfortable position with the arms. Make any adjustments that you need here to feel fully supported and connected with the earth beneath you. Feel into the points of contact that your body has with your mat or with the floor. If you're a little off your mat, that's okay. Sink the right hip down. Make sure your shoulders are rooted towards the mat, supported here. So that may mean adjusting the arms a little. And then finding stillness and drawing your awareness to those spaces now in the right side of the body. Feeling into the larger space from the underarm to the ankles. And working your way into the smaller spaces from the hip to the bottom of the rib cage, and spaces between the ribs. Each inhale, noticing the space created. Every exhale, releasing anything that's not serving you, any energy that may be stored in these spaces. Come across the ankles, unwinding, bringing the arms down to the sides. If you'd like to draw the knees in towards the body one more time, you can. And maybe rolling over to one side before coming up into a seated position. And just coming into Sukhasana, easy seated pose. Got your blocks nearby. So just take a moment here as we come upright to ground. Finding some length in our spine on the inhale, reaching the crown. On the exhale, rooting down and really noticing our sit bones and our connection to the earth. All those points of contact. Maybe our heels, the sides of our feet. If there's anything that you'd like to release today, anything that you've reflected on, it's maybe a thought pattern or an idea, something that you find yourself doing that you'd like to let go of, go ahead and think about releasing that into the earth, just letting it flow out of the body through the base of the spine. Each exhale, noticing that release. If there's any sensation in the body that's associated with that, drawing awareness to it, imagining it softening, and being released from our roots, even through the soles of the feet. We'll extend the right leg out, kind of a 45-degree angle, coming into half dragonfly. You can place a block underneath the left knee if you'd like for support. And we'll use our other block here for our forehead. We'll turn the body towards our right leg, lengthening through the spine. And then on the exhale, walking the hands out. Wherever you find resistance here, you can place that block on the top of the thigh. And let the head hang heavy and the spine round. You can also go without the block and just let the head hang heavy. The hands just come to the earth next to you. And breathing into the sensations that you may be feeling in the back of that right leg, in the hip, or in the lower back. Just inviting our body to soften here towards the earth. Our next affirmation. Reflection helps me grow with grace. Reflection helps me grow with grace. And inhale, rock the hands back, bringing the head up last. We'll release that block. Kick the right leg back, coming into deer pose, so kind of that zigzag leg shape. And then noticing where your sit bones are, how this feels here. If you need the block for support, you can still have the block here. Just notice first if this feels a little different. And we can stay here. The other option is to open up to the left side, coming into a twist, lengthening, and then exhaling, twisting, and bringing the right hand to the left knee. Opening up towards the left side. And if you got here and you feel like you want to take this a little deeper, you can by walking the hands out to the left or coming down to the forearms or to a bolster or the blocks. So lots of options here. Just make the choice that's right for you today. And as we come into this twist, we're here. And if we're just in that upright position, that's okay too. You can still think about releasing from the belly, about detoxing the body, releasing any tension from the belly that we may be holding on to from our day. Sometimes we walk through our day and don't realize how much we're holding there. We're just kind of holding all this tightness, and now's a time where we can kind of breathe. Really focus on releasing that tension. Let your next exhale bring you back through center. Unwind. Maybe bring the legs out long and just give them a little shake. And then we'll bring that left leg out and draw the right foot in towards center. Use any props that you need here. And take a moment to really ground in. Taking a couple of breaths and then shifting the body towards that left leg. Walking the hands out. And coming to your block or letting the spine round and the head hang heavy here. Noticing the sensations in the side, the They feel different from the right. I always tend to notice that the back, the hamstring on my left side is always a little tighter. It's just something to notice, be mindful of as we're moving through our practice. And block coming all the way up, back through center. Releasing that block if you have it there. And then kicking that left leg back into deer. And once you're here, if you like that block there, you can bring it back. And check in with your sit bones, with your left hip. Notice how it is on your mat. If it's a little elevated, that's okay. It's just something to notice. Reach the crown towards the sky and draw the shoulder blades together, opening the heart center a little. Check back in with your intention for your practice today. If you've lost it along the way, that's okay. Just draw it back into your awareness. And you can stay here or lengthen, bringing the arms up overhead, and then twisting and opening into the right side. Really drawing the right shoulder back, open heart space. Notice if there's anywhere different here that you feel a sensation. Maybe on the outside of the left hip, Maybe the belly feels different, the shoulders. Our affirmation here, I am grounded in stillness. I am grounded in stillness. Let your next exhale bring you back through your center, unwinding, bring the legs out long and shake them out. And then we'll find tabletop. Using your blanket for a cushion if you'd like for the knees. Bring the wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips, and tops of the feet to the mat. We'll move through cat-cows. On the inhale, dropping the belly, tailbone rises, heart center comes forward. Exhale, rounding through the spine, tuck the tailbone. Draw your gaze towards your navel. Inhale, dropping the belly, opening the front side of the body. Exhale, pressing into the mat, opening through the back side of the body. And just move through these at your own pace. Just feeling into the corners of the body, the shape of the body, connecting our breath with our movement. You can take any pauses in places that might feel a little sticky, or isolate parts of the body like the rib cage or the hips. If there's anywhere that's been speaking to you where energy is needing to be released. And that might feel different for every person. For me, it feels like sometimes like a tingling or just an overstimulation. like anxiety in my body. So really drawing awareness to those spaces, bringing the breath there, just asking our bodies to release, to let go. Come back through center. And when you're ready, we'll bring the big toes together, knees towards the edges of the mat. Send the hips back, sinking down towards the heels, and then lengthening through the rib cage. Walking the hands out and coming to a bolster, or bringing the body and the forehead to the mat. Each exhale, think about our base of our spine and our hips sinking towards the earth. Our heart space opening to the earth beneath us. Our affirmation here, each breath connects me with my inner truth. Each breath connects me with my inner truth. Draw your gaze towards your fingertips. Walk the hands back. Slowly coming upright. Just pausing here for a moment. And then we'll make our way to our backs on our mat. You can take any final movements here that feel good. If you want to rock the knees side to side, pull them in. If you want to take a big stretch, or maybe a happy baby, whatever feels good here. And then when you're ready, we'll just find Shavasana, taking up space on your mat, bringing the legs out long, or maybe having the knees bent, whatever variation is working for you today. Have the palms facing skyward to receive, the palms facing down to maybe ground any energy that you feel is in excess here. And noticing the evenness of the body. Make any adjustments that you need to. Maybe tuck the chin in towards the chest a little, creating some space and some length in the cervical spine and the back of the neck. Taking a cleansing breath in through the nose. Exhale, sigh out through the mouth. And again, in through the nose. Exhale, release through the mouth. And just let the breath settle in the body. Just allow it to flow naturally. Begin to let go of anything that did or didn't happen as expected today. Letting go of the practice, expecting perfection, just inviting it to be however it is, and let that be perfect. Give your body permission to integrate the work that you've done today and to rest. Begin to create tiny movements in the fingers and toes, wrists and ankles. And then slowly making your way to a seated position as we close our practice. Just bringing our awareness and maybe our hands to the heart space. Taking a moment of gratitude for our practice today. For this time that you created to come to your mat, to come to community, to connect with your breath and your body, and reflect. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice this evening and reflection. It is truly a wish of mine to have you carry the benefit of these